Hi, I'm Amber McCool, and I've been a part of RTB since June 2022. And I can honestly say I'm going to be a part of RTB for the rest of my life. I'm 31 years old. I'm a mom of a 9-year-old who has autism. My husband served in the military for 7 years, and he has severe PTSD. I have a dog who was diagnosed with epilepsy last year. And then my job, I'm a paraprofessional, which means I support middle school kids with autism and learning support to be able to make sure that they succeed in the classroom and in their education. To say that my life is a little stressful, well, it is, which is fine. But before that, before RTB, I wouldn't be able to be in the mindset I am today. In 2020, when quarantine hit, I joined Beachbody because a friend of mine was a coach and she convinced me to do it. My coach never contacted me unless she needed me to buy products from Beachbody so she can get paid. She never cared about my fitness. She never helped me with my nutrition even when I asked. So it was a little upsetting that I was on my own in this whole program. I lost way too much weight. I went from 155 pounds to 109 in a very unhealthy way. I did not eat correctly. I barely ate anything. So I pretty much starved myself. And around 2021, I figured out this isn't right. So I stopped. But at that same time, I found out I was bipolar, on top of already knowing I was depressed and had anxiety. So for a year, I just ate my feelings. I couldn't handle with a bipolar diagnosis. I just didn't know what to do. I gave up on myself. I hated myself. It was just a lot to handle. But then I ran into a friend who was a former military spouse who told me all about this RTB program that has caused her to have huge success in her weight loss and her mindset. I didn't really believe her at first. I was like, this is too good to be true. But once I looked more into it, I was amazed. I met Lacey for the first time through a Zoom call, and her energy and her confidence in me to be able to succeed in this was amazing, to the point that I knew I had to be a part of this program. Her main key was mindset. It's not all about losing weight, it's mindset. And I was like, no, I'll never have my mindset fixed. All the medicine in the world will never change my mindset, how I feel, how depressed I feel, my emotions going up and down like a roller coaster. It was crazy. But I wish I believed her at that time, because at where I am today, 6 months later, I can honestly say my mindset is mind-blowing. Absolutely mind-blowing. I always hated myself. Even before I had my son, I was about 110, hated the way I looked, thought I was ugly, thought I was fat, put on a bikini, I was like, ew, you're got stuff going down on your legs where it's touching. Oh, I just hated looking myself in the mirror. But since I've been with RTB, I love myself. I never call myself fat anymore, ever. I was challenged by my coach to look in the mirror at myself with no clothes on. I said, ew, no, not happening, not at all. I will cry and I will hate myself even more. So I gave it a shot. A couple days later, in my undies, looked at myself in the mirror. I'm like, you're okay. It's fine. And I tried to motivate myself and be like, you look great. But I was like, no. But when I finally decided to bite the bullet, take off my clothes off, look at myself in a full-length mirror, and I said, wow, you are actually beautiful. Your body looks absolutely amazing. I was just shocked that those words came out of my mouth. And one of the things that made me laugh was that stomach held a giant 10-pound baby that looked like you were having twins. And I'm always very self-conscious about my stomach because there's so much extra skin, because I seriously looked like I was having twins. And there was only one baby in there. So I have a lot of extra skin. But when I looked at myself in the mirror that one time with no clothes on, I was like, wow, your body is a temple. You carried an amazing kid for 9 months in that body, and he's alive and healthy because of you. So now every day before I get in the shower, I look at myself, I compliment myself, and I motivate myself to never give up and never quit. One thing that I was struggling with in the beginning of RTB was tracking my food, because I learned very quickly, I do not eat enough protein. I never in my life have probably eaten enough protein, which kind of explains why my energy level has been so low for so much of my life. The more protein I put into my diet and get to my goal of protein every day, the more energy I have the next day, which is seriously amazing, because when you chase around a 9-year-old day and deal with kids all day, it's just like, you gotta keep it going. And it was hard because I was never getting all my protein in. I was not even getting close to my calories. And if I did get my calories, I went way over, and I felt bloated all the time and miserable and sick. But once I started tracking my food and tracking my protein, I saw a huge difference in how I felt. Like, I didn't feel sick all the time. I didn't feel like I was gonna run to the bathroom and just go, because the food that you intake, no matter what it is fine, but at the same time, you want to reach a goal of protein.